What's going on, guys? Today I am going to be going over every Fortnite player's biggest mistakes. So this is noobs, this is pros, everyone has made these mistakes at one point. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Getting distracted, then jumping late. We all have our own little life troubles. We all have to look at our phone at some point. Or maybe we have to go to the bathroom or get some chips. Or get some freaking cookies or those are chips kind of, or just get something, you know. You get distracted, and usually when you go to jump, right, you press play to search or whatever, and then you go to jump and you just aren't at the screen, or you're not looking at the screen. And then what happens is usually you go to the end of the map and then you get automatically booted off, and then you get back and your party, if you're in a squad, they're all screaming at you, go go go, and then you miss the waypoint, and it's pretty embarrassing. Alright, so usually this happens first time people play Fortnite. They aren't prepared for the bullet drop. So they're trying to shoot an enemy, right? But like, they think it's kind of like Call of Duty. They're trying to Call of Duty snipe them. They're trying to like 360 no scope, but they're not getting used to the bullet drops. They don't really understand that in Fortnite, it's not really real life physics, but it's close to it. So instead of just you aim at them and no matter how far away, it's gonna just go exactly to where you shot. There's kind of a bullet drop in Fortnite, as you guys know. So, you know, noobs usually, it's a pretty big mistake they make. They just try to shoot exactly where the person is, and they end up dying because, you know, they absolutely suck at sniping. Triangle spam. This happens to even the pros at some point, unless you constantly check your bottom right hand corner to check on what thing you're on. But usually you're trying to place a wall down really quickly, or a ceiling or something, just to hide yourself, right? But then you accidentally have the triangles equipped and you spam them down, or the ceilings or something, but usually it's triangles, and it absolutely sucks because they give pretty much no cover, the triangles. So that's another big mistake that a lot of Fortnite players make, the triangles. So missing the target, this is a big thing. Usually it doesn't happen if you have very good hand-eye coordination and you're, how do I say this, I guess just intelligent in the least way possible. It's pretty simple to do. You just try to hit the target. But sometimes people are, let's just say slow-minded, and they accidentally miss it 3 times. And they fall down to the bottom of the mountain when they were aiming for the top. And they absolutely miss that target, and it's pretty embarrassing. And then you have to, you know, climb up, and you lose all the loot because someone else already gets it. But, you know, it's a mistake that some Fortnite players make when they're playing the game. Dancing to death, my favorite one. So, you know, the friendly players in Fortnite, you guys have all tried it before. You know, you're just trying to make some friends, or maybe you're trying to seduce some people into, you know, dancing with you, so you guys can have a little dance party, and then when they're not looking, you aim at their head with this shotgun and you just pump them to death. It's an okay strategy, but usually, you know, pros don't really do it. So here, you know, I'm just trying to ride the pony with this guy, but he has to kill me, so it's a pretty big mistake trying to, you know, dance, but you end up dying. Ring around the Rosie. This is a nice one. This is a big one. For some reason, it just always happens. Whenever I go to Tilted and I go to this little like garden patch, it always happens right around this tree. So pretty much, you know, you're trying to just get the loot, and then what happens is it's a pretty big mistake. You and this guy just start going around a tree, and you just go ring around the Rosie. And if you're a pro like me, you know, you can escape the situation, and that guy ends up dying who was trying to attack you, and bada bing, bada boom. But if you're not good at ring around the Rosie, I guess you could get a nice pistol shot right to the head. Another mistake a ton of Fortnite players make, they make 1 ramp wide towers. So look at this thing. You're trying to build up, right? But you're just mentally slow, or maybe you just aren't really thinking about physics in Fortnite, and you just try to build a 1 by whatever tower, which can get shot down easily, and you fall to your death. Mostly this happens to console players, never mobile players, unless your phone dies, but it's pretty much when your controller runs out of batteries at the worst time. So you're about to make it into the circle. You have 20 health left. and then this notification pops up and your controller dies. You have to scurry around as your health is just going down slowly, and you have to find more batteries. But it's a pretty big mistake that Fortnite players make. They don't check their batteries before they go in a game. Then they just end up dying, and then bam, if they were top 10, you know, they're dead. Jumping to your death. This is another big one. A lot of players do it by accident. They're not really thinking properly. Well, they're thinking, but they're not really paying attention to the game, right? They think they're just going to jump down, right? And they accidentally jump at like a corner or somewhere where you can't place that ceiling. So you end up, instead of going down to the ground and placing a ceiling midway, you end up just, you know, splatting on the ground. The pointless ice cream truck. This is another big one. So a lot of mistakes that happen when you are playing the game. It's just, you're trying to get this ice cream truck. And I know this happened to me and my friends. We all just tried to hit this ice cream truck for so long. It was the biggest mistake ever. We literally spent half the game just hitting this truck, which was so pointless. And people end up going up behind you and just killing you when you're not looking. So kind of biggest mistake here. Just hitting those ice cream trucks. Grenade suicide. This is another big one. So when you kind of, you know, you get those grenades and then you're trying to bomb a house or whatever, and you don't have the best eyesight, or maybe you don't really think that grenades can kill you. But another big mistake, you know, you're just trying to bomb someplace and then you accidentally bomb yourself, and it's pretty embarrassing, especially for your team when they're like, yo Phil, how'd you just die? And you're like, oh, I threw a grenade at myself. And then you get removed from the party and kicked from the squad, and you can never play with them again. Yeah, that happened to me before. So these are the scrubs that try to use the Scarh H. Oh gosh, they don't know what the heck they're doing, but they get a Scarh and they don't want to give it to the rest of the squad because they're like, oh, I'm so good. Biggest mistake ever. A noob trying to use a Scarh H. You know, they don't really aim down the sights, they're just spraying. Because the gun is just so OP. Well, not really OP, but so good. You know, they don't really have trouble killing people. Unless when it comes to far range and actual combat, which involves some skill instead of just spraying. That's a big mistake, giving a noob a Scarh H just because they don't know what to do. And then when they get shot from far away, they're trying to hip fire that thing, and they look like a complete... let's just say idiot in the nicest way possible. So another big mistake a lot of players make, they decide they want to go through the middle of Tilted. You know, there's probably some people there, but you know, whatever, we'll take the risk. We'll go right through the middle of Tilted without a gun out, without looking around. Let's just run right through the middle of Tilted with other people in the buildings right next to you. Yeah, big mistake, big mistake. So I do suggest just a little friend-to-friend talk, I guess you could say. Make sure you don't run through the middle of Tilted, and make sure you always have that gun cocked out if you are going to, along with your wall placement available. Just because if you run right through the middle of Tilted and you're not good at the game, you're going to get absolutely demolished, just, you know, to say the least, I guess you could say. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because you know you loved me. You know you did. And yeah, so those are pretty much all of the mistakes that I have encountered personally in Fortnite. Maybe you guys have had different ones, you know, maybe you haven't. But if you have related to any of these mistakes at all, make sure you comment down below. I do read all comments on the newest videos, so make sure you go comment down below. And if you guys want to, well, I already said it, but I just want to express it a ton. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, just because I post bangers every single freaking day, boys. Every day. Well, usually every day. And yeah, so if you guys want more Fortnite type videos, Fortnite type, I guess, lists, you know, reactions, all that good Fortnite stuff, or you want some gameplay, just let me know down in the comments down below, and I am happy to do that because I love playing Fortnite. Fortnite is the best game ever created. And you guys already know that Fortnite is the best game ever created. But I guess that is going to be it for this video today, guys. I will see you in my next video, which will hopefully be tomorrow. And yeah, so have a great night, as I always say, and peace.